To paraphrase the words of a former contestant of this show, I am the most competitive, the best looking, and the most strategic future cast member of the Traitors. Forgive me for having my polo on. I'm heading to work after this. But a few things about me. Jordan, South Jordan, Utah. I am a 9 handicap in golf. I'm colorblind. Recently ran a marathon, and I'm a big fan of the Traitors. It's kind of new to me. Never done something like this before, but as soon as I saw there was an application link, I thought I would go out of my own comfort zone and apply to something like this. I just love the act of the game. I've always been a big fan of these kind of games like Werewolf, Mafia, and stuff like that. Overall, I love video games, board games. I'm a big fan recently of LinkedIn games. So if you have a LinkedIn, connect with me. And, if I beat you, I think it's a good sign that I should be a part of the cast. If I don't win, maybe you should still consider me. Obviously, I'm no celebrity. That's a big part of this show is that I can get on because I'm not. But I've had ties to entertainment pretty much my whole life. My dad's been doing basketball broadcasting since I was born. I had a podcast with a friend in college for over a year, and it did not go popular. I definitely did not get celebrity stardom from that. But it was good exposure. I like doing it with him. It was really fun. Saw a lot of bad Netflix movies because of it. It's called Netflix therapy. But yeah, it was just good exposure to a lot of things. As far as this game goes, I think I'd fit really well into like a leadership category. Not to like boast or toot my own horn, but I'm 6'5", so I'm physically just, a presence that way. And I feel like I've just naturally gravitated towards that role with a lot of people. I'm usually the one to put together groups like this. Like I put together Ragnar marathon groups. I've had positions in my church. I've had a lot of like decision-making roles at my work. So people just gravitate me for decisions. I think I am pretty open-minded. I'm a pretty easy guy. Like I can build relationships pretty quickly. And so I feel like that's great in these kind of gaming situations is that people can follow my kind of lead. I think they're more trustworthy of me than they would other people. And I'm pretty calm. Like I'm not easily emotionally explosive. I can get animated, but I can stay I can stay rational, not irrational, which I feel like is a big part of this game. Overall, I feel like I'm a pretty normal guy in a lot of categories. I make the medium income. I'm probably median age at 26. So just a lot of things like that. But I love the drama of the people that are not normal, that are the crazies. And I feel like I thrive in the chaos, like the commotion. I feel like that's where it flushes out everyone's discrepancies, all their inconsistencies. So I love that part of the game. I love the show when people break. But being like a trustworthy, emotionally steadfast contestant, I feel like that's what lasts till the end. It's fun to have the other people, but I don't think they're going to make it that far. And so part of this game, I answered part of this in the casting thing about who I'd rather be, a faithful or traitor. I put a faithful. I had my answers a little bit there, but I will want to talk about the part of being a traitor as well. I do think it'd be more fun. It would definitely be more stressful as well, but I think it is more rewarding. It's pretty much psychologically proven, and obviously you guys have seen this kind of stuff, that if you're trying to pretend to have shock or anger or be someone else for a long period of time, it's just psychologically hard to do that. And I feel like the biggest thing with that is when you're trying to hide something and people are like, how dare you, like, if they accuse you of something, it's almost impossible, I feel like a lot of time, of not losing your cool and being like, how dare you ask me that? Like, I'm not a traitor. Like, that's insane. So I think if you stay calm, I think that's like one of the biggest things part of this show. And so obviously that's part of it, convincing yourself that you're faithful if you're a traitor, take accusations with a grain of salt. I think the biggest tool in the game is logic, and it can be used by either side. I think logic's a big part of being a faithful, obviously, like I've talked about in my response, but being a traitor too, like you can find discrepancies in someone's argument, and even if it's not about the game, it's still very important to like be able to pick apart a faithful just by finding some other thing that's wrong with them. And so overall, I think my game plan would be to quickly make friends. I think that's the biggest part of it, connections. If the Traitors trust you, they want you on their team so they can help you out. If Faithful trust you, they obviously won't vote you out. So being as lovable and trustworthy as possible, I think that makes the game easy. After that, just being level-headed, take notes on everything. Accountability is like the biggest tool of Faithful, in my opinion. Being able to be adaptable and pivot, that's also huge in my opinion. Just always be looking for ways to make the next step and don't be too stubborn with what I've already come up with. So, to quote Woody Harrelson from True Detective, I'm just a regular type dude with a big ass dick. Anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate your time, appreciate your consideration.